Hello, dear students. I am Mrs. Basma and I'm here to help you revise efficiently for the English exam. We will share a few tips to let you nail it with bright success. In this video, we will focus on the language part of the test. Are you ready? Let's start then. I asked some of the ninth form students about the challenges they face when dealing with the language tasks. And here is what they said.
Understand what the passage is about when there are gaps. Are there any tricks for finding the right words for the blanks?
What's a good way to manage my time when I have a gap-filling task?
What should I do if I don't know a word in the sentence? How can I get better in filling in the blanks with the right words?
What do I do if I'm not sure which word fits in the blank?
Okay, let's try to answer your friends' questions. We will focus in this video on a task that is generally present in the language part, which is fill in the blanks. You know that in this type of task you have to complete a paragraph with missing words provided in a list. But before that, I would like to remind you of some important remarks. Feeling unsure during the exam is normal. Don't let it get you down. I advise you to always try your best. And please never leave a question unanswered. Okay, now let's do the gap filling task taken from the 2023 national exam. Here it is. Let's read the instruction. Fill in the blank with 6 words from the list below. And the words are: who came office after, which courtyard, bat on. Just some tips before doing the task. And for this type of language tasks, start by reading the whole paragraph a few times to understand the context. Don't focus on filling the blanks. Focus rather on the general meaning. And actually, it's better to read it more than once to get a better idea about it. Then, when you start dealing with the blanks, focus on the structure and meaning of the sentence. Pay attention to the clues such as tenses, time expressions, linkers, etc. And don't forget to keep an eye on the parts of the speech, grammar and vocabulary. I know that it might feel like solving a puzzle at first, but by following these tips, it will be much easier for you to deal with the tasks successfully. And in fact, these tips are very helpful in dealing with any kind of language task. So bear them in mind. All right, now I invite you to pause the video and do the task on your own first. Don't forget to use the tips I shared. And here is a challenge for you. Can you do it in 5 minutes? You know how important time management is. It is indeed the key to success in the test. Never forget that, please. Okay then, pause the video, do the task, and after watch the correction. Time for correction. I have a lot of funny memories. One day, as I was walking across the school, blank. Here, we are talking about a place in the school. We need a noun to name the place. Let's see the words in the list. The only noun that is meaningful is courtyard. Actually, school courtyard is a compound noun as it is made by adding a noun to another noun. Good. Now the next gap. A shoe fell from the sky and hit me blank, the face. It knocked me onto the floor. Here, there is the verb hit. Where did the shoe hit him? The face. Right. We must use a preposition to express this. In fact, the verb hit can be followed by a preposition to indicate the part of the body that was hit. Let's see in the list. There is only one preposition, which is on. So, the answer is a shoe fell from the sky and hit me on the face. It knocked me onto the floor. Nobody cared, or even blank. To ask for the shoe. Look at the word before or. It's the verb care, and it is in the simple past. So normally after or, we're going to write another verb. And the verb after or is logically in the simple past too, because both events happened in the past. In the list, there is only one verb, which is came. As you know, this is the simple past of the irregular verb to come. So, the sentence is, nobody cared or even came to ask for a shoe. Great, then. As my nose was bleeding, I rushed to the toilet, blank. Now, focus on the punctuation. You know that a full stop indicates the end of a sentence. How must we start the new sentence then? Excellent, with a capital letter. But be careful in this list. There are two words starting with a capital letter. So, which one should we choose? Remember, I told you to focus both on the meaning and the structure. Let's see together. As my nose was bleeding, I rushed to the toilet, blank. A teacher caught me. In the second sentence, there is a subject plus verb plus object. We don't need a noun or a verb then, as the sentence is complete. Probably what is missing is a linker to show the relation between the first and the second sentences. If you focus on the meaning, you can understand that there is contrast. We must therefore choose a linker expressing this. The only linker in the list that expresses contrast is but. Let's check if it makes sense. As I was bleeding, I rushed to the toilet, but the teacher caught me. Yes, this is correct. Good. Please notice here that you must write the first letter of the word in capital, because, as I explained it earlier, it is at the beginning of the sentence, so pay attention. If you don't capitalize, it won't be accepted. And something else, please. Mind the spelling of the words. Copy them correctly, and always check that you didn't make a mistake in writing them. Okay? Fine. The next gap now. A teacher caught me and sent me to the headmaster's blank. Focus on the last word, the headmaster's. What do you notice? A noun plus apostrophe s. What does this indicate? Yes, possession. Good. So what do you think we mean here? Do you remember the rule? Excellent. It means that there is a noun after the apostrophe and s, and that the second noun is the possession of the first. So here we are talking about something that belongs to the headmaster. Let's check in the list to find a suitable noun. What does belong to the headmaster? Office. That's it. Good. The answer is therefore the headmaster's office. Okay, let's carry on, please. She did not believe that a shoe fell out of the sky. I still wonder till today. Blank. That shoe belonged to. I think you understand the meaning of the verb wonder, right? It means to feel curious, to know something. But I would like to tell you that it is okay if you don't understand the word in the paragraph. If you come across a new word, just try to understand the overall meaning of the sentence. And if you still can't understand it, try to guess it if it is a verb or noun, and I advise you to look for clues such as the way the word ends. For example, if it ends with shin, you can say that it is a noun. Look at its place in the sentence too. For instance, if it is after a subject, it is most likely a verb. What I am trying to say here is that you mustn't let the new words stop you from doing the task. Okay, let's get back to the task. The last blank now. If you read on, you will understand that we are talking about a person, because the second part of the sentence reads, that shoe belongs to. A shoe belongs to a person. Let's have a look at what is left in the list. So we are left with the words who, after, and which. Well, it's clear that after is not correct because it is capitalized, whereas the blank is in the middle of the sentence, and the word after mustn't be capitalized. It's in the middle of the sentence. It's not a name, a nationality, a day, or a language. I mean that there is no reason why we should capitalize it. So, we cannot use it here. How about the other two words, who and which? Okay, what does the rule say? We use who to refer to a person, and which to refer to an object, an animal, or an idea. From the context, it is obvious that we are talking about a person, because the shoe belongs to a person. Deduce then that the correct answer is who. Let's check. I still wonder till today who that shoe belonged to. Yes, this is both meaningful and grammatically correct. Perfect. With this, we come to the end of the task. Let me just remind you that you must reread the whole paragraph at least twice to check your answers. Make sure that the sentences are meaningful and grammatically correct. And as I told you, mind the spelling of the words. One last piece of advice, write your answers using a blue pen. Never use a pencil in the English exam, please. And now, to conclude this video, let me wish you good luck on your exam. I'm sure you nail it. Bye.